Hello and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa and I'd like to welcome you out to the shed of many names on this evening where we're going to have fun and do some mixing up. A lot of people are into power greens, power smoothies. Why are y'all paying such ungodly high prices for this when you can make it yourself at home? All you do is look at that container that you bought, see what's in it, and recreate it yourself. Now, I like this mix that I'm fixing to do. This is one I've mixed myself, and I change it up, use different ingredients. It depends on what I have on hand or what I can get a hold of at the time. So, let's get healthy and have some fun doing it and save some money, y'all. Money is important to be saved at this time. Now, I'm going to be using, of course, a lot of my ingredients are things that I've dehydrated myself. Or you can buy already dehydrated if you can't dehydrate it. Buy it in powder forms. Now, this is my own mixture. Now, if you want to add different things or omit some things that I use, go for it. Make it your own mix. You're going to need, if you dehydrate your own, a really good blender that can powder things, or a little bitty old coffee grinder. And this one is a good one because it has espresso setting. That way I know for a fact it's going to get powdered. Now, for the final mix, I'm going to use another separate one so I can mix it all together. And I'm going to store it in a quart jar. So in here, well, let's start with the powder first. Now, everyone's heard of moringa and how important it is. You can get powdered moringa. This is organic, and I die laughing. Gluten-free. Well, of course it's going to be gluten-free. There's no wheat in there. It's vegan. Well, of course it's going to be vegan. It's a plant. It's raw. I would hope it was raw, you know, and then dried and ground. But I want, now I'm not making a great big batch, but I want half a cup of the moringa powder. And I'm going to pour it in to, oh, it smells good. Pour it into my final mixer. Okay, got the moringa powder. Now, not everyone's going to want to use green tea powder. Extremely medicinal, extremely high in vitamins and minerals, just like the moringa is. Now, the only thing with the green tea comes a little caffeine. If you don't want caffeine in your mixture, leave the green tea out. But I'm telling you, green tea is amazing. Now, my mix is going to have half a cup. And it's a half a cup of, they call it matcha powder, which is just finely ground green tea. And you want to make sure it's culinary grade or tea grade. Okay. Now, if you want to keep it vegan, you can. But this is extremely healthy for you. This is freeze-dried beef bone broth powder with collagen. Extremely good for you. Very good for your hair, your nails, your skin, your immune system. Yes, we're working on the immune system with this mixture. And I'm going for a half a cup of that. Like I said, if you want to keep it vegetarian, vegan, you can leave the bone broth powder out. Next, I'm going to use turmeric powder. Now, I'm only going to use a half a cup because a little bit goes a long way, y'all. And that's going to be a quarter of a cup. And that is organic turmeric powder. Now, one thing I will say when you go to use this, because I'm not mixing it into it, always add a little black pepper in. That way your turmeric works better for your body. Now, I have organic goji berry powder. You can leave it out. You can add it. It's up to you how you want to do it. Very good for you. Extremely good for you. And of course, I'll have nutritional information in the description box below. And that's a quarter of a cup. Now, I'm going to go on and mix this and add it into, because she's getting full. Oops, and that's what you got to watch out for. Yeah, there's my little divot. Well, it does help if I plug it in. Oh my gracious. Oh, that smells good. Like I say, always make sure that your counter's clean so that you can scoop like I did. Now, on to the grinding of the other powders. Now, in here, I've been working with a little bit of collard greens that I dehydrated, and I'm just going to powder them up. Yes, they were raw collard greens. It does. Man, I tell you, I'm on a roll. I'm just going to keep them both plugged in. Let's try it now. And see, you want to make sure that it's powdered. And you're going to want a quarter of a cup. We'll get to powder up some more. Like I said, you can mix and match your ingredients, what you want to be in there. Main thing is you want to make sure that it's a powder. And there's our quarter a cup of powdered collard greens. Alright, we're going to set them aside. Now I'm going to add a quarter of a cup of already powdered beets. Oh my gracious. Oh, it smells just like beets. And they are so healthy for you. And of course, in the description box below, I'll have all the ingredients that I used. And here, like I said, anything I'm using you can omit. And especially, if you're allergic to it, omit it, please. This is riced cauliflower that I dehydrated. You don't like cauliflower, leave it out. But I guarantee you, you're not going to taste it. And also, if you want to, make it in smaller batches. Or, sky's the limit, bigger batch. Because you can drink this as a tea in the morning. You can add it to water and make cook some noodles or some rice in it. It's wonderful. The sky's the limit. You can add it to smoothies. Here comes the fun part. Now we're going to add, I want a quarter cup of powdered stinging nettle. Oh yeah, I went there. Good, healthy stinging nettle. Let's see how much we get out of this batch. The main thing is you want everything to be a powder. Powder form, your body. Oh yeah, we got to powder more. Your body dissolves it and absorbs it faster. You can add this into soups, into gravies, smoothies. This could be your smoothie powder. Add it to soups. You name it. And there's my 1/4 cup of stinging nettles. Oops. Alright. I got some dehydrated spinach. That's sealed very well. Still smells like fresh spinach. But making your own super greens powder is simple and easy, y'all. You can do it yourself. If you're new to the channel, you missed it. I ended up dehydrating 40 pounds of amazing spinach I caught on clearance. Nothing was wrong with that spinach, not whatsoever. It just needed somebody to take it home. And then I came along. That 1/4 of a cup of spinach. See how easy it is so far? And of course there's, you can use dehydrated kale. I just don't have any at the moment. Dehydrated mustard greens, turnip greens, you name it. Dehydrated broccoli. The list could keep going. Dehydrated carrots. You could keep adding. Now, I usually use chaga powder in mine, but I don't have any at the moment. I don't have any turkey tails. You could use reishi, as long as it's dehydrated lion's mane. I don't have any of the good ones, but you know what? I got dehydrated baby bellas. So I want a 1/4 cup. I might go for a 1/2 cup. It depends. The mushrooms are extremely good for you. Ooh, good grief. Oh, they smell so good. Yep, I think I'm going to go for a half a cup of the powdered mushrooms. And if you didn't want to use it as a smoothie mix, you could have it as a tea. You can put it back and use it as a soup starter. There is so many things you can do with it. I'm telling you, it's getting too expensive to be making smoothies and stuff anymore. Because things are out of season, y'all. And this is a way to put back food that's in season and use it through the winter. This is why I try to put back as much as I can. Good grief. If there's a mess to be made, I will do it. But so will you, so don't worry. Yep, that's looks like right at a half a cup. Yes, it is. Now imagine how good this is going to be mixed in rice dishes or noodles, making broth for noodles, especially if you're not feeling well. Good. That's the only bad thing about powders. Only bad thing about powders. If they can make a mess, they will. And that is very well blended. I'm trying to open it without causing a suction, because that's what happened when I put the lid on. And like I said, don't worry if you make a mess. Try to save as much of it as you can. Give me just a minute. Okay, I know I have too much to fit into 1 quart jar. In this quart jar, there is just a hair over 2 cups. exactly the same amount in both cups. In both quart jars. There we go. Okay, that's 3/4 of a cup. See what I'm saying? No matter what you try. That's just a hair over 3/4. There we go. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My gracious, it smells good. It smells wonderful. You know what's going to be great? I'm going to be able to fit it all into one jar when I get through. And like I said, ingredients and what you mix is up to you. You don't have to follow mine. I just like the way mine tastes. Now, know that there's no salt in here. And if you use the turmeric powder, you're definitely going to want to use some black pepper. And I know for a fact that I can get both in one jar. Carefully. Yep. I just had to separate it to mix it up real good. I'm not gonna lie, man, y'all, that smells so good. And there you have a quart jar of your own super greens powder. Whole lot cheaper than it was to buy. Now, like I said, if you have a certain super greens powder you like, read the ingredients label. See what's in it. Make your own. Simple, easy, and guess what? Homemade. Not only can this be used in a tea, if you want to use it as a tea, heat up a cup of water to where it's almost steaming. Well, where it's steaming, but close to simmer. Put a teaspoon of this into the cup. Pour your warm water over it. Stir it real good and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Then it's ready to drink. Or if you want to add it to a smoothie, you can use a teaspoon to a tablespoon. It's not going to hurt you. Not going to hurt you a bit. You might get to feeling better. You might not be used to that. Or if you want to cook with it, I'd use a tablespoon. That way you can mix it in with some water and with some noodles or rice. Cook it in that. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. And it's going to be wonderful. And you're going to notice a big difference in your immune system and just how wonderful you feel. I hope you've enjoyed this video and that it encourages you to also make your own homemade green superfood powder. Yeah, they kill me with all the hype. When, guess what? You can do it yourself. You just gotta be motivated and know how to do it. And have the ingredients and have the coffee grinder, dehydrator, and then the little blender at the end. Simple, easy smoothies, soups, stews, gravy. You can add a little boost into your food. And especially if you got family that don't like vegetables, guess what? They won't know. Simple, easy, homemade, and yes, you can do it. Just believe in yourself. Now, don't forget, in the description box below the video, I will have everything listed that I used and the amount that I used. Now, you can make bigger batches if you want to. You can also make bigger batches. Mix it up real good. Make sure everything's mixed together well. And you can put it away in Mylar bags. You know, vacuum seal them in Mylar bags. Put them away. And have it for when, you know, we can't get a hold of stuff. Because we're going to need stuff like this later on. When the vegetables get hard to come by. This is amazing for use during the winter. So when spring and summer hits, dehydrate that food up, powder it, and make your mixes, as well as save enough to put back in jars and stuff so you have food to eat. Everyone, take care. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed. I'll see you soon. Take care.